Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host. And we're going to go on a quest for truth together as I disappear before your very eyes here on this very wonky green screen. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Truth Quest. And look at who's here. Of course, it's Catherine Weiss. And then she drops, oh my goodness, Catherine, thank you for that very generous super chat. That's awesome. That is incredible. Thank you so very, very much. You know, that really helps to keep the lights on here, as it were. So thank you so much. That's incredible. And it looks like Genesis Revolution. Yes, here we are. You know, we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal, and where I try not to disappear before your very eyes. Although I can't make any promises here because the green screen's going wonky. It's going wonky, people. All right. And let's see. What do we have here? Oh, they just keep on coming. Hey, look, it's my son. Hey there, buddy. Yeah, well, I drove past his place the other day and talked to him on the phone. So maybe next time we'll get together and it'll be good. You're free to call in, AJ, if you want, by the way. You can just call in on my phone if you want. Do it that way. If you want to do that. And look who else is here. Mad Pogue. And thanks, AJ. I really appreciate you being here. And everyone really loves it when you're here. So do I. It's great. Yeah. And Mad Pogue is in the house. Good to see you here. Mary, good to see you as well. Yes, a great evening it is. It is. Yes. See, there's Mad Poke saying hi to AJ. Yeah, look at that. Wow, Catherine Weiss throwing down. That's awesome. Yes, that's a larger than usual donation. So thank you so very much. That's incredible. It's always great to see you too, Mary. Yes, well, friends, we have something exciting. And look at that. There's my son saying hello to everybody. Hey, buddy. Well, today is an exciting day, friends, because I've got a new amazing scientific discovery. Now, when you hear me say something like that, something should be triggering in your head by now, if you know me well enough. You'll say, okay, that's got to be in one of two different categories. One is like space and, science, or like we like to call science. And the other would be like a joke or a dad joke or something humorous meant to lighten things up. So you never know. All I can say is we have a major new discovery that's going to blow your mind. Okay? So I hope I don't build it up too much. Well, maybe I can't. I can't build it up too much. It's going to be spectacular. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. Don't you love those little teasers? Oh, don't you just love them? Oh, yes, we do. We love all of them. Yes, all the time. We love them all the time. So, first of all, friends, Yeah. Well, we're going to take a look at something here. And what are we going to take a look at? Just what are we going to take a look at? Well, a lot of things. A lot of things. Let me just get this figured in here. I want to thank all of the new subscribers. We have an influx of new subscribers, and I couldn't be happier. So thank you so very much to all of the new subscribers. We are digging it, digging it, digging it, digging it. And loving it, loving it. So yeah, I think a lot of people are finally figuring out that Andy does shows here, Andrew DiBishago, and we talk about his case a lot here as well. Even when he doesn't show up, we talk about that. So there we go. All right. That should be enough of that. You should go pop some. Yeah, popcorn. You got your popcorn. Oh, look at Mud Rabbit's here. Hello, Mud Rabbit. Welcome to the program. Oh, you were here before and I didn't see you. Catherine saw you. I could have asked her. Okay, get some popcorn. Get it popping because we got a major discovery. But first, you can't just barge right into the pasty resistance, right? I don't say that correctly on purpose because I think it's funnier to say pasty resistance, okay? I don't know if you've seen this or not. This is apparently an official study, official scientific study on cats. If you have cats, you might want to perk up and take a listen to this because it's very interesting and it might answer a lot of questions. Yes, study. Our cats understand us, but they don't really care. Yeah, that's a hard-hitting report. I think we kind of already knew that, right? You can kind of like just tell by the judgmental looks they give you all the time. Does your cat bite? No, worse. My cat judges. Yes. Oh, you see, what part of the problem is cats during the Egyptian times, they were revered as gods, and the cats never forgot that. That's part of the problem. That could be the onion, yeah. I don't know. It seems legit to me. I didn't look for a second source. There goes my credibility. But then again, where was it? There you go. I thought that was a good one. Look at those cats. The nice cat meme I like. I don't have it pulled up, but I think you know what it is. If you've probably seen this one. This guy is reading a book, and his cat is looking over his shoulder with the death look. And the book is How to Tell If My Cat is Planning to Kill Me or something like that. Very funny. Very funny. If you're a meme hound like me, you've seen that one. And that's a good one. Always good to get a good meme in there. Yeah. So the major discovery that we're going to get into in a little bit here started by something I saw on third phase of moon. But before we get to that, I want to show you this. It's a little picture. That is the Earth and its moon from, I believe, Saturn, from one of the probes we have going around Saturn. And take a look at that. Now, it doesn't look like the flat Earth to me. It looks round, right? It looks kind of like the moon, only bigger. Round, spherical, spherical. All right. It's not flat, people. Because if it was flat, you could dig down to the other side. And we've dug down far enough to find the other side if it was as flat as a pancake. Hello, Peggy Dancer. Welcome to the program. Well, hi there. We sure are shiny, aren't we? That's how we shine to the other planets. They go, look at Earth, man. Yeah, look at Earth. They're just shining. Shining, shining, shining. Wait until that flat disk was positioned to appear around from Saturn, right? Yes, that's right. Yeah. It's like, when you have a reverse eclipse where the Earth blocks the moon. It doesn't block it in a flat pancake shape, but it blocks it in a round spherical shape. Okay. Yeah. Spherical. Spherical. There you go. So that's the Earth and our moon. Look how big the moon looks. That's unnatural. That's what they say. It's not normal. It's too big and too close compared to where moons are and other planets. But there you go. How did it get there? Tidal locked. Seems kind of mechanical. Who knows? We just don't know. Mysteries everywhere. And our science or science isn't much help. It's just their best guess, right? Okay, it's this year's guess. It's just a guess. We're guessing again. Oh, you ever see these things where they open up a barn and lo and behold, they find something worth a lot of money? Check this out. Unbelievable, man opens shed on newly acquired property and discovers a mint condition sheet of plywood. Unbelievable. What a stroke of luck that was. My goodness. A perfect piece of plywood. You know what that's worth? I don't know what the other thing is next to it, but boy, that piece of plywood, that's the gem. Look at that. There we are. Hello, Gloria. Welcome to the program. And look, she's saying hi to everybody in one fell swoop. Wow. And Up 3 is also with us. Hello, Up 3. And look at our wonderful mods are making everyone feel cozy. Cozy, cozy, cozy. $80 for the piece of wood. I think they're more than that. Plywood might be worth more than the Porsche. That's the joke, yeah. Exactly, Mad Poke. That's right. Yeah. So far I've been sort of showing humorous things. So you would think maybe the real discovery is going to be a real discovery. But you still have that question in your mind. Will it be real or will it be a dad joke? We just don't know yet, do we? It's tantalizing to think about. You could guess, but you might be wrong. Yes, you might be wrong. Alrighty then. And check this out. I want to thank everybody who subscribed. We up to 2,985. Actually, I think it's 2,986 now. So thank you, everybody who subscribed and hit that magical little bell. That's my boy. Get on with the dad joke, Dad. Well, we had to string it out a little longer, dude. I can't just tell all my jokes right away and then everyone will just tune out, right? We're getting there. We're getting closer. Yes, that's very funny. Very good, AJ. Touche, I would say. Yes. So thank you for subscribing and make sure you hit the bell and hit all. Then when we do these surprise shows where all of a sudden we're live and you'll get a little ding and then you'll know that we're here all having fun, laughing up a storm, learning about incredible things like, hey, I called in on Red Pill 78 the other night. So go check out his, I think it's James Martinez. It's a new free energy company. So go check it out. It's a low power nuclear reactor. There's no radioactivity, no radiation. It's just nickel and water and electricity. It's amazing. So it could be a huge, huge thing. Let's go check that out. Go check out Red Pill 78 on BitChute and all the other platforms he's on. Yeah. So go check him out. So I want you to see something, friends. And this has to do with the major discovery, okay? Oh, I hope I can find this now. Let me see. Now I gotta find it. Oh, I think I found it. Oh, I found it. Okay, so this is third phase of moon, and this just came out the other day. All right, so there's this strange UFO, and now check this out. I'm gonna just play a little bit of this here. Okay, we're gonna turn the sound all the way down, and this is just fair use. This is I'll copy the URL and I'll share it with the chat there. But right now, I just want to play this and show you this thing. You see that flying there? You see that thing flying? Okay, I'm going to try and stop it now. Okay, oh, see this thing right here? Right there? Look at that. It just, there it goes back. He's going backwards. Now it's going to go forward. I hope you can see this. And like I said, I'll give you the, here it comes. Right in the middle of the screen there, you'll see it's kind of black and white footage. I think they did that so it picks it up better, so you can see it better. But here it comes, right around the 30-second mark, I think. And I'm going to try and stop it. Where is it? Oh. Here it comes. Okay, now look at this thing. See it? Look at that thing. It's an odd shape. But guess what? Guess what, folks? That shape, you know my mind. If you've watched this show before, when I see a shape, I remember other things that are the exact same shape. And that's how we solve some of these mysteries. So let's take a look. I got a still of that image. So let's take a look at that. Here it is. Okay. Look at that thing. All right. Now, keep that in mind. and check this out. This is the major discovery we've all been waiting for. So get your screenshots ready. We don't know. This might be taken down right away. We don't know. Okay. So get your screenshotting ready. Oh boy. It's a risky one. It might be revealing some really big secrets here. But here we go. That's what we're here for, baby. Truth Quest. All right. Are we ready? Has the suspense been building long enough? Here we go. Yada da yada da. Boom. Yes. It's the exact same shape as Pee Wee Herman's shoe when he danced that crazy dance to the song Tequila on the bar of the biker bar. Remember that? He won the hearts of all those bikers. So, what does this mean, you say? So what? Well, it could mean a myriad of different things, including it could mean, hey, they're watching our transmissions and they're a really big fan of that scene. Look at the angle is the same and everything. High heel. Yes, that's what I thought too. But check that out, man. Yeah, good point, Mad Pogue. Oh, so there it is, baby. That's it. Hello, Cheryl. Good to see you here. Yes, the Pee Wee dance. Remember, they were going to lynch him, and he had one last wish, and he grabbed his shoes and played Tequila, and boom, that's it. So I think that this is a major discovery. I'm telling you, and I gotta get a hold of Blake over there at Third Phase of Moon to thank him for spurring this on by noting that in her last presentation. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, look, applause. Yeah, there he is, Pee Wee Herman. Oh, it just tells you that the aliens love that movie and they still remember it. They wanted to send us a hint as to what kind of entertainment they want to see more of. There you go. Oh, and I was going to give you the link to that, wasn't I? So let me get the link to that. Is that the link? Copy. Is that the link that Mud Rabbit just posted? Oh my goodness, she did. How did you find that and do it before I could even do it? Oh my goodness. You're amazing, Mud Rabbit. We got the best mods. I tell you, I'm telling you. That way I don't have to think about things. I can just, press ahead and make amazing discoveries like that UFO looks just like Pee Wee Herman's shoe. I was there and said hi, Aaron, and you said hi back. Okay. She's a step ahead of me. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are. That's no big deal. I'm used to it. Yep. There it is. That's my big discovery. Oh yeah. Got to put that in the archives. I got to do like two Hall of Fame archives of like dad joke discoveries and real discoveries. So two different kinds you get here. So you don't just get one kind of disclosure here. You get funny disclosure and serious disclosure. And it's all fun, isn't it? It's all just a lot of fun. And you know what makes it fun? You guys make it fun because you guys rock. Now, I did not hear from our friend Jan today. I didn't know if he wanted to do a show today or not, but I had not heard from him. So we just are doing our thing and showing off amazing new discoveries that need to be pointed out because, if this alien race is trying to tell us that they like that scene in Pee-wee and we should do more entertainment like that, then hey, it's an important duty that we're just fulfilling here, right? That's right. Just doing my job, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Much appreciated. Thank you, ma'am. It does kind of feel like an old West town, like, Gunsmoke. Remember that? It was a great show, eh? Gunsmoke with Matt Dillon. My big brother was almost named Matthew, but they thought he might be teased because Matt Dillon was popular. That probably wouldn't have happened. But, yep, he was almost Matthew. Then my name would have been Luke. Luke. Like Luke Skywalker or something like that. Luke Skywalker. I'm just amazed at this amazing discovery. I can't let it go. It has to linger for a while. Lingering. Gunsmoke, Bonanza, branded the Virginian. And there's another one that I watched with my mom and dad recently when my dad was still alive. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really good one. Really, really good. I can't remember it. It was like a name. There was a name. It wasn't the Rifleman. No. It was something else. It was very obscure, but I guess popular at the time. There were so many Westerns, but that's what when I stayed with my folks in past years, I would never go out. I would just stay with my folks and whatever they're doing. And they would oftentimes, my dad would play an old Western. Of course, he's seen all of these Westerns, but Palladian, we did watch that, but I'm thinking of a different one. Laramie? Laramie? Is that what it is? Laramie. I think it's something like that was the town, Laramie. I can't remember. Something about Laramie. Let me see. Oh, I'll punch it in. Laramie. Laramie Western. Yeah, it's Laramie. It was really good. I gotta say, very, very well acted, very good. What do you call it? Just good value. Yes, Laramie. Yes. Oh, you guys have heard of it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Have gun will travel. Yeah. It's. I think they should return to. I think there needs to be more entertainment like that. It's good, solid entertainment. So here is. I just did a quick little search for Laramie. So we're going to take a look at all the Laramie pictures and take a trip on down memory lane and take a look at Laramie. Look at these guys. Very well acted, I have to say. Good, solid entertainment. Get yourself some popcorn, maybe a little bowl of ice cream, start watching some Laramie and tell me if it wasn't like pretty cool, right? There you go. I think you might have to pay to see it. I don't think you can just watch it for free. So, yeah, that's that. Good old Laramie. You know, we need strong men on the television so that young kids can emulate them like cowboys. Good people doing good for other people. That's what Laramie's all about. It's very good people running into bad people, and the good people prevail. It's uh, it's a pretty darn good recipe for entertainment and for a healthy society. There needs to be a reverence for masculine men and for feminine women. I think it's I think Laura Eisenhower hit it on the head when she talked about the male and the female energies. It's a combination that's that creates the strongness and the awesomeness. Oh, look at that. That would be the Pew Pew Western, Mad Pogue. Oh, what would Mad Pogue say? Imagine a Western series with the word gun in the title these days. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I used to work at daycares, and if the rule was there, I was a teacher's aide. If a child made any kind of a weapon out of Legos, you'd have to, either take it apart or tell them to take it apart, which I think is a good policy. But, um, I mean, when I was a kid, we'd play cops and robbers, in cowboys and Indians, and we had cap guns, and we never had any real guns, but we had cap guns and stuff like that. And those annoying little yellow pellets that you could shoot at people, and it would hit them in the face and it would sting them a little bit, but you wouldn't want to shoot them at people. But they did, but they shouldn't have. But look at what Mud Rabbit dug up. The Laramie series. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, the westerns is a genre. There is so much. And you know what? You know what's fun about watching these old westerns is the stars you see, the co-stars. Like, do you know who we saw a lot, or a little, quite a bit of? At least a couple times watching these westerns with my folks. Adam West. Before he was Batman, he was going on all these different westerns. You know, getting his voice and face out there, and he was involved in a lot of stuff like that. A lot of TV before he was Batman. Of course, he was born for that role. 66 Batman was the best Batman. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Yeah, Adam West and Burt Ward. The Wild Wild West. There you go. That was pretty good too. That was a good show. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Western, really. I mean, unless it's a woke Western, a nowadays type Western, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would. Even, what else is fun to listen to are those old radio dramas, right? Those are fantastic to listen to. Um, the midterms are coming up, so every time the midterms come up, we see something like this out there. Oh, that's Nancy Fly, monkeypox. The midterms are coming. Yes, that's what's happening. Pretty good illustration. Yeah, boy. Yeah, cap guns. Think about it. That's like we used to take the whole pack and take a hammer and smash the whole thing, you know, trying to make the biggest bang we could. And one day I was sitting there as a kid thinking, wait a minute, we're playing with gunpowder here. What? What? It's a toy? Gunpowder as a really? Gunpowder as a toy. Interesting. Gunpowder in paper little pockets is a toy. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a funny meme? Yes. I did not make that one, but I wish I did. Yes, that is a good one. Thanks, Genesis Revelation. Yeah, that's that. That is that. All righty then. Aphrodite then. Yeah. Well, looks like Wisconsin is one of the senators. I can't remember her name, but she's calling to return her electors, the 10 electors, the state of Wisconsin. So that's fantastic. That's an unbelievable thing. So that's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Yeah. I saw this the other day and I took a quick screenshot of it. I didn't watch the video, but the cover image was interesting to me. And see if you think this is interesting. It shows the evolution of spacesuits. And now, I don't know. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, but look at the first one. Okay? I think this is what the Gemini or the what were those early missions called? The early ones. Look at that. It's silver, it's gleaming, it's not too bulky. It's cool. Look at the next two ones. This one, kind of dumpy looking. This one looking like a hockey outfit, kind of like a hockey goalie, kind of like too much padding everywhere. And what's this? This looks like a prototype that's never been used. I don't know what this is, but I think the first one was the coolest. Was the very first one. I mean, it's silver. It looks, I mean, you could put these in the opposite direction and people would believe it. Like this was the most modern. It looks more modern to me, doesn't it? Except maybe the helmet. That's the only thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kind of like the Michelin tire man. Yeah. Puerto Rican American. Well, welcome to the program. Awesome. Awesome. You probably have awesome weather. That's great. You might not have to shovel the weather where we have to shovel the weather up here for half the year or a third of the year, 2/3 of the year. No, maybe about a third. No, half the year. Boy, yeah, it gets pretty kind of like the Michelin tire man. WKQAM AM radio back in the 1960s. Okay. You know what? I was driving around in Minneapolis back in the 90s, I think right around 1990. 1990. And I was driving in my car, and I had on this radio station. It was Revolution Radio. And it was a radio station started by a DJ. And they played a really cool mix of music. And I turned the radio on in the middle of a song, and I didn't know who it was. They always played like local bands and obscure bands and really cool stuff. But I was getting a very clear mental image of what the song was about, like a mental picture of what the song was about. A very clear mental. Now that usually doesn't happen when I hear a song. Okay. When the song was done, they said, and that was ultra vivid scene. I went, what? No way. Ultra vivid scene, and I was getting a visual of it. That's pretty cool. So look up ultra vivid scene from the 90s, the big 90s. They were pretty cool. So yeah, I just thought that was weird, like synchronistic. Okay. Last one looks like a cross between a hazmat suit and a chainsaw safety gear. Oh, okay. Hey, and look who's joining us. It's our old friend, Caillou Harris. Hello,
Hey,
Mr.
how you doing? Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's everybody doing, man?
Well, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hanging in there, man. Long time no hear from, long time no see. I tune in your station here and there. I just been like out of it. The last time I talked to you, I know it's been like a few months, like maybe February or something, the winter time. But
Yeah.
the last time we talked, I was fine. But I got sick. I was sick for months. I was sick. I caught the thing, man, the
Oh
Rona.
no, no way.
Yeah, I was sick from a cold. They told me it was the flu, but then some doctors said it was the regular flu, it wasn't COVID. Then other doctors said it was the coronavirus. But I was sick for a long time, man. I was sick. I didn't even think it was the scariest sickness, man. But I'm better now. But the thing that scared me is that everybody was like, the doctors was telling me, oh, when you get better, did you get the V? And I was like, no. And they was like, well, when you get better, I think we recommend you get it. So because you're getting older, so you want to get that, so that way if you get it again it won't be as bad. So like they put me between a rock and a hard place because I don't believe in that, but then they scaring me, and everybody in my family don't believe. They believe in that, so they all telling me, yeah, maybe you should get it. So it's making me think, well, maybe they're right, maybe I should get it, because what if I get it and it's something else worse and I get real sick and I die from it. But
Yeah.
then again, I don't believe in it.
Well, maybe you could just tell them that you did get it and you really didn't.
Maybe I should just continue taking the regular vitamins and stuff that you should take every day, your everyday essential vitamins.
I don't take any vitamins. I'm fine. I've never been sick. I don't take vitamins. I don't. I you know. I don't take any pills. I think
That's good.
pills cause ills. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Um,
because you don't really know what's in it.
no, I remember when I was a little kid. When I was a little teeny kid, you get a headache and your mom gives you aspirin. When I was a kid, that was what it was. I used to look at the aspirin and go, "How does this little thing know where to go inside my body to make my headache stop?" It doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't know. It goes all over, and that's the problem, right? What is
yeah.
what is this stuff that doesn't happen in nature that you're putting in your body? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just think natural is the way. That's my opinion.
Natural is the way.
Yeah,
And honestly, that's what they're trying to do. These maniacs, they're trying to take away everything that God put here to make us better. That's natural from the earth that He blessed for this planet for us to take,
right.
and replace it with their man-made stuff that doesn't help anything, that makes things worse.
That's satanic. Whenever someone takes something natural and it's subverted, that's Satanism by definition. So
Yeah, that's Satanism. That's sorcery. That's
yeah,
Satanism. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's what they're doing. They're globalists. That's like trying to be Frankenstein.
yeah,
They're trying to create the man and don't not like how God did it. And look what happened with Frankenstein. He's trying to be like God, create a man, and the man turned into a monster and started
yeah,
killing people.
right.
So they don't know what they're doing. And plus, these doctors, they are legal drug dealers. That's all
Yeah.
they are. They're legal drug dealers. They write you prescriptions for stuff that don't cure you,
Right.
just don't even make you better. Just get rid of the symptoms a little bit, and then you got to keep taking it, but you never get cured from the problem. That makes them richer. So because if they ever give you the cure, the companies would never stay in business.
Right.
So they need to get your money. They rely on getting you sick. That's what America and other countries are built off of. It's satanic, like you said.
Right.
It's horrible.
It is.
And the foods, and it starts with the foods. The foods that they sell in the store, they make you sick, and then they have the hospitals. Oh, you're sick, or you have this disease, you have this problem because of the foods. Little, they ain't gonna tell you, but it's from the foods. Mainly it's from the foods that cause your problem or lower your immune system. Your immune system, and then you take there are medicines that don't make you better, and then it's a cycle. And you come back, and then you get a little better, then you get sick again and come back. They can never tell you what to do from nature to take to get better, because then they go out of business, and they won't have money to fund their Luciferian machine, their satanic machine.
Right.
Oh my God, the United Snakes of America.
Snakes. I like that. Yeah.
The United Snakes of America. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I heard you, man. That's pretty cool. But I think people are waking up.
They're waking up little by little. It's gonna take some time, though. It might not happen in our lifetime or the next one, but eventually, everyone's gonna wake up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of more problems and terrible things, and terror is gonna happen before people wake up fully. But it's gotta happen. But it's gonna take some time. Hey, Aaron, I wanted to ask you a question.
Sure.
On one of the old programs that I watched a while back, before I don't know if I was. This is after I called in for a while. I tune in every now and then if I'm not sick or not feeling too well, and still hear you guys. But I remember you talking on the episode one time, and you were saying that the guardians of the looking glass. One of the things that they were saying was that part of the reason for them wanting to give us the shot in the arm, and things like that, is to keep our soul or spirit from ascension. But I can't find that episode. I want to know look more and read into that, because if they did try to find a way to try to do that, I want to know more about that.
Yeah,
if that's true or something.
Can't remember.
You heard of it?
I can't remember the specific thing you're talking about, but I do know that a number of their stories were taken down. But I think they took them down because what they predicted didn't come true. So I'm not looking at them with as much seriousness as I did before. It doesn't mean I don't believe what they're saying, but I don't know.
You're a little skeptical. You're still keeping the eye open.
A little skeptical. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that I always am skeptical of everything.
Yeah, you got to be until you know for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even then you don't know.
But one thing I do know for sure, that one thing I will tell you for sure, and I'm not a psychic, but a couple years ago we had the epidemic, the lockdown and stuff. I guarantee you, not if, but when the next one is going to happen, is going to be soon. And I think it's going to be by the year 2028 or the year 2030. They said that by the year 2030, they're going to have another one, but the next one they have is going to be worse than this last one.
Well,
it's going to be a real devastating one. And already there's some viruses that's been outbreaks that's been in different countries, like was it smallpox? They already got some cases of that around here and other country. Typhoid fever, and the Marburg virus is back. You heard of the Marburg virus?
No, but I heard the Marlboro virus.
What's that one?
That's the one where you smoke cigarettes and you get cancer.
Yeah, that one. That's always been around. That's in almost every corner store, right?
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
I don't do any tobacco. But
yeah, that's a bad habit, man.
I tried chewing it once. Oh my God, was that disgusting? Why would any woman kiss a man who has snus in his mouth? I don't get it.
That's all a bad habit, man. They got all these commercials telling you, you shouldn't smoke. You know, you shouldn't take tobacco and it's addictive and all the problems it causes. But for God's sake, if you're gonna show these commercials, yeah, and that's true, it does cause all these things. Damn it, then make that stuff illegal.
Yeah, right.
Weed was illegal for a long time, and weed doesn't do that stuff. I don't smoke weed, but I used to try it. But
Yeah,
damn, at least I know I used to get high from it, and that's it. And you know, I used to, you know, all you do with weed, you laugh a lot, you want to eat, watch cartoons, and you know, I write songs, I want to listen to music, but it doesn't cause no cancer and all
right.
these other diseases. But you see all these commercials, they tell you you could quit, call this number to help. Damn it, here's the cure. Stop selling it in the stores, make it illegal. Damn it. That's
Mhm.
all America got to do. It's illegal, period. You want to get it, try to find it bootleg, but it's illegal. Why would you have a legal thing in the store you go in that you know that kills people and children? And secondhand smoke kills you. Any store you go in, you could buy it legally, but they know it kills you. What's the
Right.
matter with this country, man?
I don't
God.
know. Let's all pray for Bratty one. She's lurking and hurting. So let's all pray for her. Also, I want to direct our prayers to our friend Mike the fireman. He's got a back problem. His back went out, and he is looking at possibly surgery. But before he does that, he's going to try something called decompression. And he wanted me to bring that up and see if anyone has heard of this. It's where they put you on this table and it gently like pulls you apart just right where the right disc is and it decompresses your spine. So it sounds like a pretty cool. It's all done like electronically. Very interesting.
Oh, but
So
prayers to Brady one and Mike the fireman. You know, much love to them. I pray for them that they get better.
thank you.
And as far as Mike's you know request goes, for anyone ever heard it, I'm not sure, but I think I know someone that may know the answer to that. Our good friend Maxwell, where he's been.
Well, he's been having a rough time too. He's seems like he's on the mend, but I think he's got more. He's well. I haven't heard from him. I'm expecting to hear from him, so I'm keeping my ear out, hoping to hear from him. I hope
And
he's
I want to tell everyone in the chat, you know, a long time no hear from you guys. I miss all you guys and I love you. It's not that I don't care about you guys. It's been going through a lot, you know, and I'm sorry and I miss you guys. I'm going to try to keep in touch as much as I can. If I can't always show in calls like this and show up and make calls, I will try to tune into the chat even for a few moments. It's just I'm so busy sometimes.
what you been
And
what you been busy with.
oh, just I'm trying to help my family. My nephew's going through some hard times too. You know, I was ill. My older sister's not doing so well. You know, like a lot of family issues is going on and stuff. I'm just trying to be there for just the ones that's close to me there.
Good for you.
Um,
Good for you.
and yeah, yeah. And if by the way, if he's listening, maybe he should give us a call if you're all right, Maxwell.
Yeah, Max. Well, I don't think he listens live. I think he listens on the replay.
Okay, the replay. Or maybe
Here,
he got the technology to rewind time and join in on the show.
maybe he
Yes,
does.
maybe it will be like you never missed it.
Well, Max, if you're listening on the replay, call me at home. So there you go. I'll update everybody if I hear something from him or when I do.
Yeah, you know, it's been you know, a lot of this summer's been pretty hot. A lot of heat waves. People getting sick. Certain states, parts
Yeah,
of the world.
it is hot out there. Yeah, it's even hot here. Usually it doesn't get hot here, but it's been kind of hot here. Not like other places, but we have
Yes.
built-in air conditioning here. It's called Door County Natural Air Conditioning because we're on a peninsula, so you have like big bodies of water on both sides of you. So you have like wind always kind of like tempering the air.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, I never really complain when the summertime comes. You know, when it gets really hot, a lot of people say, "Oh my God, it's too hot." But I cherish it because one day we're not going to have the sun. The
Right.
sun is burning itself out. One thing you can count on: the heat might go, but it will always be cold because space is cold.
Yeah.
Remember, the only hot the heat we get in this universe and this part of the solar system is from the sun. So if
Yeah,
the sun burn itself out, we in trouble.
right. And it might be hot, but you don't have to shovel the weather like you do
Exactly.
in the cold. You're shoveling weather. A lot of people die shoveling because it's hard on your heart, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
strenuous.
I know I had a neighbor woman. She was 85 years old, 86, and she was very short. She was from Poland, and she would tell stories about how she was uh, in Poland, and Poland got, invaded by Germany, and they came into her house. I think she was like 13, and they said, "We're taking her." And her parents were like, "Oh, good. You're going to a good advanced country. You'll do well there." So she worked as a slave in a factory for 3 or 4 years, wearing the clothes of people who'd passed away, and she finally got out of there after a number of years, way longer than they said. But yeah, she'd be out there shoveling. I'd go out there and help her. It's like, my goodness, I'll do that for you. But such an interesting lady, and she passed away a few years back. So I was glad to get to know her.
Yeah.
I met one other guy at the dealership when I worked there a few years back, who was in the German army, and he remembered being there wherever he was during the war, and Hitler came to say hi to everybody. He shook his hand. He like deserted shortly thereafter and worked on the other side. He still feels very bad about what being part of that. And I said, "Man, you should write a book." He said, "I've never told anybody that." I said, "Well, you just told me. You should write a book. That's incredible." But yeah,
Huh.
so people, even you don't never know who has amazing stories.
And you never know.
And he said about Germany before the war, he said the people loved Hitler because he brought. They had like gold, green stamps, kind of these stamps that you'd save up, and you could buy cars and all kinds of things. And it was a really big. The whole society moved up during the that era because they were so successful in everything they did, and then they spoiled it by going to war. But yeah, interesting. Real
Hmm.
people who lived it. Yeah. Well, I'm really sad to hear that you were sick, but you know what? Now, Mr. Harris, you've had something. Now your body's gonna has a natural built-up immunities, which they say are 20 times more powerful than what you can get from the pharmaceutical companies. So you're way ahead of the game now, buddy.
So basically, they say that if you caught it and you get over it, you survive it with your own immunity.
Yep. You're
Then you
much
you 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 be more immune to it next time. You really be immune to it.
yeah, you're like X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, I'm mutant now.
Yeah, no, no. No, if you took it, you'd be a mutant, maybe. No, I saw this horrifying video today, and I don't want to play it because I don't want to get deplatformed. But this poor young woman, her face was all eczema, and it was all sore, and you could tell she was in pain. And she talked about how she had eczema most of her whole life, but only like a patch on one arm and a patch on the other arm she was keeping in check with topical solutions. And then she got three of the you know whats, and now she is just in pain constantly, has to have a dermatologist on all these medications that are very expensive and not doing anything. And her life is ruined because of this. And you know, so yeah, be proud that you have conquered this by yourself because now you're stronger for it, my friend.
Yeah, that's true, Aaron. That is very true. But it's still part of me still feels sad for myself and the rest of the world because who knows what these maniacs, these lunatics are going to unleash next.
Well, evil people do evil things. That can't sway a good person's mind. Otherwise, the evil wins, right?
Now we still got to think positive, but it's
Yeah.
still like worries you. But we can't think about that.
Right.
because if we put ourselves in that world, of course we're gonna worry, and then our mind will just wonder. You never know what they might unleash. They might unleash something very
Of
scary,
course. Of
but
course they're gonna. They never quit.
they never quit.
But the good
Wh-
guys
wh-
always win. Watch any Western, you'll see. The good guys always win in the end.
yeah,
That's what's gonna happen here too. I got a really good feeling about it because we outnumber the bad guys like 1,000,000 to 1, right?
yeah.
1,000,000 to 1. So they're just not going to win. They've been trying this for thousands of years. It hasn't worked. It won't work now, especially since we're talking about it. We're aware they're not going to
And
take.
then I think the more we talk about it specifically, like all the plans that they know, is like it should throw a wrench in their plan. It should be like, wait a minute, they already hip to what we're going to do, so maybe we should change it around. It's going to look too noticeable, like like if it's too obvious. If they do exactly what we say, we already know they're going to do what we just said eventually. So maybe they should like relax and do something different. But knowing them, they don't want to give up.
Right.
But knowing us, we ain't gonna give up either.
That's right. Never give up. Never give up. Never give in. Don't back down. Stand up for your rights because if you don't stand up for your own rights, nobody else is going to. Right.
You're right.
We have to be really diligent and smart, smarter than the people trying to trick us into whatever they're trying to trick us into. But yeah,
It's like I said, it's like it's just too bad. There's nowhere else to escape to. Wish we could launch these maniacs to their own planet so they could kill each other and just leave us alone.
well, I think we're going to be fine. I remember when I was younger, back in the 70s. Now there was a scare back then, and I guess there was even one point where Jimmy Carter was told that there was a launch from the other side, a full launch, and they couldn't stop it. And they apologized and says, "Please don't retaliate." Well, he's trying to decide whether to retaliate or not. Then all of a sudden, they all disappeared off of the
Mm.
radar. What happened to them? I think it might have been divine intervention. Whether that be angels or our space brothers, or maybe both, or maybe they are both one and the same. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah,
that poor woman with that affliction all over her face is just terrible, just terrible. Well, it's so good to hear from you again. I've been really curious as to where you were and what's going on with you. I've been doing shows with Andrew. I don't know if you've seen him or not, but
I
they
think
haven't.
I've seen a show or two that he's back, right?
He's back, but we're not really doing call-in shows. Sometimes we will, but that'll be announced. But usually, it's about something that he wants to talk about, and we're just getting it covered the way he wants to do it. So,
So how long is Andy gonna be having his show back on for? Just temporarily, or just for now, just for the time being?
well, I don't know. He's doing a show with Dr. Michael Sala on the 28th of each month. However, Dr. Michael Sala does a little editing to it, so it's a few days after the 28th, but he films it on the 28th. And
Oh,
then
shit.
he
Okay.
does a show here on the 7th of every month, whatever the 7th lands on. So, and then whenever else he wants to do a show, like for the last 2 weeks, we did 2 Thursdays in a row because he wanted to do shows. So that's what we do. So that's why it's important to be subscribed and hit the notification bell, hit the all on the notifications. So when we have a surprise show, like when Andy comes on, you'll know.
So he's gonna be on the 28th of Michael Sala, Dr.
Yep.
Michael Sala.
Yep. He's already done one interview with Michael Sala. And I have to thank him again on air. Thank you, Andrew DiBisciago, for mentioning my name and the show that we do on Michael Sala's video, because that's already got over like 41,000 views. So that's incredible.
Yeah, that's gonna get more people watching your videos.
Yeah, it's starting to trickle in. So I'm very, very, very thankful. And Dr. Michael Saul does a great job. I'd like to have him on my show too. So hopefully that will be coming up.
Maybe you could get Andy to put a word in and have Dr. Sala, try to find out maybe he could come on your show one day.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've already put the feelers out for him. So hopefully that will happen soon. So I'm looking forward to that. And thank you, Mud Rabbit, for putting the donations information up there, PayPal and Cash App. Thank you so much. And thank you to Catherine Weiss for that very generous donation earlier. Just fantastic. Fantastic. So how's the job market out there where you're at? Are there lots of jobs, or is there a shortage, or how is that the economy doing where you're at?
Um, it's average, I guess. Like I'm in New York City
Oh, really?
right now. Yeah, I'm in New
Okay.
York. I'm in the Bronx, actually.
Okay.
You been to New York?
Oh, yeah. I used to go to New York every year for Toy Fair in February. The
Oh, the Toy Fair.
International Toy Fair. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun out there. Um, but it takes a lot of energy to be in New York.
Yeah, it does take a lot of energy, and it kind of drains you, the stress level at
I like
times.
I like what David Letterman used to say. New York, New York. The city's so nice they had to name it twice.
Yeah.
I love that. That's clever. He was a clever comedian.
New York, the type of place I love it in the summertime, but I don't like it in the wintertime here.
No.
No, I hate it here in the winter. No,
You
I usually try to if I get the chance, I usually leave New York in the winter, and I
really?
come back in the spring and the summer, and then like in the fall, I leave again, for the fall and the winter, and then come back in the spring and summer.
You know
I
what?
go to like places like Florida. So
Yeah,
for the winter in New York, when it's winter in New York and fall and it's cold here, I'm in Florida enjoying that, and
smart
and
man.
I've done that several years, and I was like, while everybody's there, I'm there on spring break in February, March. I'm in there going to Fort Lauderdale Beach and this beach and just
Wow.
having fun, and I'm calling people back in New York, and I'm like, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm at the beach, and what you doing? They're like, oh, it's cold out here. I'm like, hey, so you having fun? They're like, oh, I hate you, and they hang up on me, So, and but you gotta do it, man, because but then it doesn't make sense to say in Florida in the summertime when it's June, July, August. So I come back to New York. So
Yeah.
that way I can see all the pretty girls that was wearing coats and stuff in January and February and then shorts and skirt then, That's the best thing. That way I want to live the best of both lives everywhere.
Yeah. You know what time I don't like in New York is the time when they're on garbage strike. That's not a good time to be in New York City.
Oh no, 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 no.
Boy, does that garbage pile up, man.
Pile up, yeah, yeah. Oh
Especially
man.
like if a restaurant serves fish, they got all these boxes of old fish. That doesn't smell so good out there, right?
Yeah, and then if oh man, and then oh the oh my God, then the train station, the rodents and the roaches and stuff. The roaches are like the size of like mice, and the rats they're like the size of cats and dogs, Like come
Whoa,
on,
really?
yeah, man, it's like nothing to see. Like walking down an alley, and then it's like a restaurant that's closed, and they throwing garbage out the side door, and then you see a rat plummeting, through the garbage, and he looking at you, and you think it's a small dog, and then when you get close, you're like, oh shit, that's a rat, and you keep on moving, you're like, damn, I seen mice that look like big cats, I seen rats that look like dogs, like in the train station before. I believe it or not, I seen one. I was like, it shocked me, scared me so bad that I didn't even say nothing to nobody. I even seen raccoons try to chase people, coming out of the garbage cans. I'm like, man, like these things, like, like big, because people they just throw out garbage and weirdest places, and there's so much stuff. And these these food shops, they just start everything. So they be having fun. They not scared of nobody either no more. The rats see you coming, they just looking at you like, what are you looking at? You know? And you know, then you like, oh, I'm gonna cross the street and go on the other side.
Have you ever seen a rat king?
A rat king. Well, I seen the leader one time. One time, it was like somebody was making a cookout or whatever, barbecue, and somebody like was frying some chicken and stuff like that. And somebody dropped a piece of food. I don't remember what it was. It fell on the ground. So someone picked it up and threw it, in the I think I picked it up and threw it in the through the side where the lawn is at. And I didn't want people to step on it. So I didn't see the garbage. So I just threw it on the side. All of a sudden I seen this big rat. He came and got it. He just hopped over and picked it up and walked away. He didn't run away. He just walked away. And then I thought he was going to take it all. I just kept looking at him and see how far he's going to go. I thought he was going to take it in a hole in the wall because there was a building there. And he met another rat halfway that was about 4 or 5 times bigger than him. And he gave it to him. And I'm like, oh, that must be the master right there. That got to be the master one. He gave it to him and walked off. So I was like, that one got to be the king. That got to be the master. Okay. So that was the king rat. I knew that because there's no rat that big.
Well, I think a rat king, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong term, but anyway, it's what happens if there's too much overcrowding of rats in one small area, and a bunch of them get their tails all twisted together and they can't get out, and they're all like,
oh, yeah.
Pack, a moving pack.
Yeah, they get matted together. Squirrels get like that too.
Squirrels do too?
Yeah, squirrels sometimes, like a friend of mine seen 4 squirrels that got their tails matted together and they couldn't go nowhere. They was like all had to either move on one at one time, and someone had to call like the local veterinarian, the people that come, the animal rangers, the rescue park rangers, to come try to take care of them. And so they came out and they had to like unwrap. It took a while, but they got them loose. But maybe, it's sad when you see that,
Maybe someone was knitting and they were nearsighted and they thought it was yarn and they just started knitting them together.
Could have been. It's sad because sometimes they climb up the tree like that, They go up at one time on a certain way.
Wow.
Yeah, I see someone say Master Splinter. Yeah, I seen Splinter too,
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him in a subway, in a train station, man. I forgot what train I was waiting for, I seen him in a couple of the Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Turtles, yeah. Man. Yeah, that could happen. I mean, that doesn't seem too far fetched. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Seems like it could happen any day now.
Yeah, all the stuff they throw down the toilet and the waste that's down. You don't know what's living in those subway tunnels, man.
Right.
You don't know what. I believe any stories they say that's down there. Those homeless people that be living in those tunnels be telling the weirdest stories, and I believe them.
Why not? Yeah, they're down there. They would know.
Yeah, they would know it. And how you gonna tell them that they're lying? That's like someone telling you don't know what's in your backyard.
Right. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Did you tune in earlier and see our my amazing new discovery?
No, I think I might have missed that.
Oh, well, I wonder if I should show it again. Maybe I'll just show it again, just because it was such an amazing new discovery. There was this strange-looking UFO that was on this video by Third Phase of Moon, their last one they just did a couple nights ago. And it was this particular shape, and I recognized the shape. And bingo, it looks exactly like the shoes that Pee Wee Herman wore when he did that crazy dance in that biker bar in his famous movie. So there you go.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, big moment in cinematic history. So obviously the aliens were just tipping their hat to that cinematic marvel there that was Pee Wee Herman's shoes. There you go. So we're being noticed by the aliens.
You're being noticed by them.
That's my dad joke discovery. All right. So I thought it was kind of cool.
from when you told me about the remember when you first told me about the book, the alien interview. I'm still on that book, you know.
That's a
I
great
still,
book. That's a
yeah,
great.
it's a great book. And since you put me onto it, I still believe that that's true though.
It could
To this
be.
day,
It could be.
I still believe. It's like I believe. I say 85% of everything he says. You
It could
know,
be. You
because
know.
it sounds possible. It sounds very possible that something like that is likely
Yeah.
that can happen.
Like the fact that these immortal spiritual beings, they create these realms, these planets, and then they get it to the point where it's ready for life, and they contract these genetic designers to design animals that will live in that atmosphere. And then if an animal dies, they have to order another one. And then one company came up with a new concept called reproduction, where the animals just reproduce on their own and they don't have to keep making new cows or whatever for these planets. It looks like Andre Little's in the house. Hello, Andre. Welcome to the program.
We're the but we they house the bodies that they create, like the bodies on this planet. They just house the spirits of these prisoners, right?
Yeah, or whoever's here, whether they came here purposely or not.
Yeah, they could. Not everybody's prison. There's some people on this planet may not all be prisoners. Some might be just visitors that came here and got stuck. You know.
Yeah, or innocent people
So,
thrown here.
yeah, there's innocent people thrown in that wasn't guilty that's got caught up in it. There's a lot of innocent people do time too.
A lot of artists and inventors they threw here, and managers
Yeah.
and killers and murderers and all kinds of bad people and good people. People that they didn't need anymore. They didn't need inventors because they had a society that was trillions of years old. They had everything they wanted. They didn't need inventors. They didn't need designers. They didn't need all these middle managers.
So the thing that still I don't understand, I don't think the book says, but is there any rehabilitation plan? Do we ever expect to, like, at some point say, okay, we get you know how some prisoners go to prison and they could get rehabilitated and expect to be set free? Do we ever expect that, or just is this a lifetime sentence here that on goes, for every time we die we just keep coming back, because the soul spirit can't die, so
Right.
we're gonna live and incarnate and keep incarnate every time we die and keep coming back for eternity.
Right.
Is that it, or do we get rehabilitated and expect to be set free and can escape this planet? Because that would be nice if we could do that.
Yeah.
Because if
Well,
we can't do that, I just want to escape. I just want to go.
I don't know any of the answers. All I know is um, what who knows what the true answer is to any of that, but it's just an interesting story. It might be true, but Errol did say that they'd come across this system here because 3,000 of their members are trapped here. When they reincarnate, they erase their memories, get erased, so they can't remember who they really are. So the Domain Expeditionary Force said, we've never seen this before. We've never run across this before, where this happens. And we'd like to get our members back, but we don't know how to do it. And we're on other missions right now. We just don't have the time to put into this. Someday we'll return, maybe in 5,000 years. We can come back and try to free our members from this reincarnation system that erases your memory, because Errol said that a soul's memory cannot be permanently erased, only temporarily. So while we're transitioning, our memories erase, so we think it's a new life. Whereas on other planets, when you're reborn, you go, oh yeah, I was Aaron Moriarty in my previous life, and I was working on dad jokes and the Truth Quest. I can continue
Yeah,
my work. I can continue
exactly.
my great work that's affecting the world because people love dad jokes so much that I'm
See,
making.
we start where we left off. We start where we left off. But
Yeah,
here we don't remember because they erase it, right? It's
yeah,
automatic that it gets erased during
right.
transitioning.
If that story is true, yeah, and that makes sense because that, and also Errol said that during the Renaissance, part of the system was damaged. part of his reincarnation memory erasing mechanism was damaged, and people were starting to remember their past lives and things they learned. And that's why so many things were invented during that time.
Did her or he mention how the damage happened during the Renaissance era? Like what caused it?
No,
The
no.
damage?
I think, some people think it might have been when Maldek exploded, and it kind of affected the whole solar system. That might
Oh,
that might have done something. I don't know.
well,
That might,
Maldek. The,
because it's not just around Earth. It's throughout this whole part of the galaxy. These
so
four.
Maldek, that part of that part of the solar system when it exploded may have caused damage to that part of the technology,
I'm just
the
guessing.
mechanism.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing. Yeah.
yeah. They didn't really explain that part, but I'm assuming that may have something to do with it. That does make sense, maybe.
Yeah. There's no way for us to really know, but it's fun to think about and wonder about.
Because it does make sense that like she says that you can't erase the memory. It cannot be totally erased. It will never be totally erased because I guess that's just impossible.
Right.
For like our memories to be they can't eradicate it totally, but they can suppress it, I guess, or
Yeah.
sort of make it dormant, like, and leave it. But that's why at birth, when we're born, like I think up until like age 6 or 8 or 5 or 8 or something like that, we remember things
Yeah.
up until like 6 and 8 years old, and it starts fading away. We remember our past lives.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
after the older we get, we start forgetting it. It's more vivid at those ages.
Right.
That's what I heard.
Yes.
Um,
There's too much evidence for past lives, and Andy remembers a lot of his past lives,
yeah.
and so it's crazy stuff when you think about it. I don't want to know any of my past lives. My own life is complex enough. I'm trying to figure this one out. I don't want to have
Yeah.
to try to figure out some other past life I had that really doesn't have bearing on this life. Probably, I don't
I mean,
know.
there are ways that you can escape this prison planet. They said that I think rainbow body is one, like if one practice rainbow body in a lifetime. And I think it takes 13 years to pray and meditate and just concentrate and forgive, people who've done wrong to you and just have no evil and negative thoughts and just peaceful, loving thoughts for 13 years straight. It's better to do it under a monk that teaches that because a lot of the monks in the monasteries in Tibet practice rainbow body in Tibet. So like after 13 years or around that time, I think 13 years of just concentration and loving thoughts and prayers and meditation, you will achieve rainbow body. You would just automatically transition. You will die and a peaceful, painless death, and your body will just shrink, and then your spirit will just ascend up into the sky and turn into a rainbow or like a light being, like a beam of light, and
Okay.
will shine like light in the sky like a rainbow. And when that happens, you will escape. You will have left this, your conscious existence, and you will, like soar higher than you ever did before. And you can leave the boundaries of this planet. No technology can keep you bound in. You could
Right.
just be free. I think you'll be on a higher density. Because I think during ascension, what is that? We go to seventh density, is the 10th density?
I
I
don't know.
think fourth density. I don't know.
I
Fifth
don't know.
density.
Who knows,
Upper
right?
fifth.
I mean, we
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know anything about any of that stuff, but I do know it's interesting. Um,
Because either to me, it's like you got to either wait to practice rainbow body, or when the domain comes to free their 3,000 members, maybe they'll free us too. But who knows? They might not free us. And then that'd be messed up. We wait for that, and they just free them and be like, see ya, and then leave us here. And I'm like, man, all this time I could have just did rainbow body.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
We just don't know. Could be. Who knows? I mean, I left this earth when I was in second grade. When I left my body and went up way above the earth, and boy, did that ever freak me out. It just totally freaked me out. Totally, totally. And I got scared, and I got scared of because I'm scared of heights, and I zoomed right back into my body. But I was way up, way above the stratosphere. It's just way, way up there. And when I realized I was up there, I got really frightened, and I zoomed back into my body, and it was
Was
wild,
it?
wild. It was
Hmm.
wild. And Andre Little says he actually remembers before he was born too. Interesting. Interesting. Got your Elvis on too. Okay. I think
Okay.
was she talking to me? Or is someone else? Okay. I don't know. Sometimes I miss some of these. Humans are free. Yes. Genesis Revelation. Humans are free. Sometimes they're very expensive though. Well, I got an image here to show you folks. It's one of the famous mirror images. And it's, if you saw the thumbnail for tonight's show, you will have seen this. It's a picture of Jupiter mirrored. And look at that beautiful thing. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, look at that.
It looks like
That's
there's a woman down here.
yeah, like her body, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah. Like she's wearing some kind of pretty dress, like a white dress.
yeah, almost like the how you say the you know the
A wedding dress?
no you know how the what you call it, like the ancient Indian depictions of like women when they like during the maybe uh like the Buddhist, like you know, like the paintings and like the
Oh, yeah.
that type of style. That's how she looked a little like that.
Okay.
What do you call the woman that I forget the name.
Shiva.
Yeah, something like that. Sort of like right down there
All
where you
right.
were just pointing. That's what I get out of it. I see it. But this is a mirrored reflection of Jupiter.
Mirrored picture of Jupiter. Yep. Yep. That's what it is. It's pretty colorful, I tell you. There's a lot going on here. A lot. A lot of detail. That just does look like a woman down here.
Yeah.
Even her feet down there. Look at that. She's got black hair. She's wearing a white and yellow dress. And she's got some kind of sandals, some kind of shoes on. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see what the chat has to say over here. Do you guys know of Dolores Cannon? Yeah, she was great. She unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but her work is still very good. Check her out, Dolores Cannon. Yes.
Or an acid trip.
Okay. Genesis Revelation says, "I can't afford to pay attention." Laugh. I get enough exercise just pushing my luck. Nice mirror, mirror 'em. Thank you. Yeah, Mandela. It's like a Mandela. Yeah, boy, the Mandela effect. I wonder what else is going to change. And then we also flip it. So we're going to flip this sucker, see if we can find something else in it. I don't know. Maybe there's not much in this one. There's just too much going on, too many colors.
But like I heard something in the chat, someone saying about something about acid trip. That is true. This is not really something you want to look at if you're on LSD.
I don't advise that.
Yeah, you'll be stuck on this for a long time. You know, you'll be looking at this for like hours,
Uh-huh.
and you might call out for somebody to help you, like you know, pull you away from it because you just can't move.
Black and white looks pretty cool. A little bit of color. There's so many colors there. It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that mixed candy you get at Christmas time. It's all those different colors swirled together.
Yeah.
Hard candy.
This is really something you don't want to take if you're on acid.
Ah!
Yeah. I'm already feeling it. I'm not on it.
Uh-oh. Well, this is a lot cheaper. All you got to do is watch the Truth Quest. You will save a lot of money, folks. There you go.
Yeah, it's better than acid. At least your brain will be free once you get off of this.
Exactly. Yes.
Your brain will still belong to you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mud Rabbit says there's a little elf in the top. Oh, yeah, I see the elf now. Oh, it's so weird how someone just.
Oh, right. I wish I had something to mark it so that way you don't think I'm just copying off of you. But right there, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I see it. It looks like it has like a crown on his head, right?
And his hands are going down there like he's an emoji guy. Yeah.
Yeah. You see like the crown on his head with the two spikes going on the side?
Yeah. And a
Look.
little cake behind him or a little
Yeah.
present. And then he's got
Yeah.
in front of him is like a little candle in front of him, like he's sitting down at a
Yeah.
campfire.
So all of us see similar things.
Yeah.
So we're not hallucinating.
We're all just as crazy as each other. There we go.
And maybe whatever we all see is really there.
And of course it is.
It looks like an album cover too.
It could be an album cover. That would be a great album cover, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for like a group like, I don't know.
Below him is his dog. Oh, let's see. Below him is his dog. Let's see.
Oh, okay. I think I see.
There it is right here.
That's like a little hound dog.
Yeah, a little like on Lady and the Tramp. Lady, she's like a cute little what are those dogs called? My friend has a couple like that. I can't remember what they're called.
The one that's the lady?
Yeah.
That's a hound dog?
No, not a hound dog. She was like a gosh, what were they called? Cocker Spaniel. There you go.
Cocker Spaniel.
BBP demand. I think that's it. Sounds right. Looks like a beagle, Mud Rabbit says. I guess it could be a beagle, yeah. Like Snoopy. Yeah. That's cool. So that's that one. We have one more, maybe. Let's see what we got. Now this one, I didn't lighten this one up. So this is kind of like what it looked like without lightening it up. So we're going to lighten it up now because we're going to see what it looks like. Look at that. That's really kind of pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. I see 3 faces in that one already too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Face right there in front looks to be like right here.
An angry,
look like
angry clown.
Angry clown. Look like Thanos a little bit.
This looks like a little alien, like a bug alien, dude.
Yeah, right there. The yellow with the brown with red looking face.
Yeah. He's praying.
Yeah.
He's praying with his hands right there.
Praying mantis face, right?
Yeah, and there's some kind of turtle head right there coming out. Whoops, right here.
On top of him with the yellow face, right?
Oh, yeah, and there's the turtle shell right there. Here's the turtle shell right above him. Here's the whole turtle. Boom. That's kind of cool. Meat and dead face in the center. Meat face, dead center, yeah. Or a turtle shell. Uh-oh, Bud Rabbit says it's demonic. And then I kind of want a bunny lop again. I don't know what that means. Right. Okay, so let's flip this because I don't want people thinking something's demonic. This is not. You never know what you're going to see in these things. I'm not trying to push any certain outcome. You can see whatever you want to see in this stuff. So this is kind of interesting. It looks a little different this way. Let's see what the chat has to say.
Yeah, it looks a little different this way.
Oh, Mud Rabbit's telling Andre that she's already taken. Yeah. Okay. It looks kind of metallic, like the whole thing is inside of a strange craft, very organic. Yes, isn't it? It's the surface of Jupiter. And just the center part is the mirror part. The rest is just the image and then the image duplicated on the other side. So roughly, let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, it's right here is the mirrored image in the center. And this part over here on the right and the left, you can see they're exact opposite each other. Those are the original pieces. So you want to see what the original surface of Jupiter looks like, or the top of the clouds. That's to the left and to the right. In the middle, where you see all the symmetry, that's where the mirroring is happening. So normally I would crop it out there, but I just thought it looked too good altogether. It does look like a fold-out album cover, doesn't it? Some heavy metal band could use this for their, you know, you could like superimpose the band so it looks like they're on some kind of stage there. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, because you had a pet bunny before. Oh, I see. It looks cooler uncropped. I agree. I agree, Dark Brain. It's I almost said Mud Brain and Dark Rabbit. I almost got you guys mixed up. Mud Brain and Dark Rabbit. Wow. It kind of has a good ring to it.
Yeah, I think I seen more the other way.
The other way?
Yeah, I think I saw more the other way. I mean, I still see some this way, but other way looks cooler. It does.
Yeah, but we had someone say it was demonic the other way. Let's flip it back and see if it still looks demonic. It does look, this does look like a mean, angry kind of clown face, kind of like, who is that? Actor. I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name.
I think it's more clues this way.
Yeah?
Yeah, we could figure out the puzzle this way.
Yeah, this would make a great puzzle, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would love this as a puzzle.
Only thing that would make it so cool is just that if it was a puzzle, if we solved it, we get a great prize, right?
Yeah, like a trip to Andromeda.
Or escape off this prison planet.
Yeah, but this might be a pretty good prison planet. You never know. It might be better than the other ones. You know, the other ones might smell like burned toast or something. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might have it better than we think here. I keep thinking that. It keeps popping in my head. It's a pretty cool planet. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's all right. I think if we could get rid of some people off of it, the maniacs, it might be a lot better.
Well, no, we don't need to get rid of them. We just need to put them into zoos. There you go. Into a zoo.
And no chance of escaping, though, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess that's all I have for you tonight, folks. That's it. That is it. Screen.
Yeah, that was a cool little puzzle to look at, man. Thanks for sharing that with us and with me.
No problem, man. No problem. And if you want to check back, that will be on the channel. That was one of those images, was the thumbnail for the show. So that's how you can tell which show this is. So I got to thank you, Mr. Harris, for calling in. I've been wondering about you. And remembering all the times you called in before. You're always a good caller. So thanks so much for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome, Aaron. And
And
thank you for having me.
you're welcome, and continued good health. I'm glad to hear that you got over what you did and you did it all the natural way. That's incredible. That's very awesome.
Thank you.
And look at Mud Rabbit says, glad you called in, KU. Now, how do you pronounce that?
Caillou. You had it. You have it right.
Okay. KU. Okay. Well, we're here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. That's when you know you're at the Truth Quest. Thank you, Caillou Harris, for calling in. We'll see you on one of the upcoming episodes, hopefully, and I hope you have a great evening.
I hope you have a great evening too, Aaron. Thanks for having me, and thank you for everyone in the chat. I'll see you all soon. Hopefully, I'll call in again one day again in the future.
Awesome. Take care, buddy.
Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Well, that was fun, folks. And we did it again. A whole nother episode. A whole nother episode done. Yes, and let's keep our prayers for Batty One and for Max and for Mike the fireman. And remember, if you have a bad back, before you go to surgery, check out decompression, spinal decompression. It's a new thing that they're doing. So go give that a look. And Mike the fireman will be happy that you did. So thank you, everybody. Good night. Keep your cameras and phones poised to the sky. So when you see that UFO, you can take a picture and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. Until then, peace in.